Good. Okay, so the next talk will be from Sarah from NATS.
Thank you. Hello everyone, my name is Sarah and I'm from NATS. I'm here today to talk to you about operational research at NATS. So on our agenda today, I'll give you a brief introduction about myself, brief introduction to NATS and operational research at NATS. We'll go through a short case study, then talk about your potential career at NATS. Okay, so I graduated from Warwick last year in Morse, which for those of you that don't know is mathematics, operational research, statistics and economics. I started working in operational analysis department, which is where we do all of our operational research, in March this year and became permanent in September, just a couple of months ago. So, does anyone have any idea what NATS do? No? Okay. Planes? Stop planes from falling out the sky, that's a good start. Yeah, so we're the UK's air navigation service provider. So what that means is we provide the orderly, efficient and above all safe passage of aircraft through UK airspace and beyond. We're also the UK's leading service provider of innovative air traffic services and solutions to the global aviation industry, so we're very much a global company. And what this involves is, in the last financial year, amounts to handling nearly 2.1 million flights. And we do this 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Okay. So we have just over 4,500 employees. Most of those are air traffic controllers or their service assistants, but there are a lot of analytical positions within the umbrella of the business support professionals. So, operational analysis. Our vision in OA is to be internationally recognised as the leaders in air traffic management analytics. So what we do is we provide a range of expert analytical skills to support operational performance within NATS, and that is split into four main areas, those being environment and airspace, service and value, airports and consultancy, and importantly safety. We also undertake a significant programme of external business through consultancy and data services, and that allows us to develop and maintain our department's reputation for expert OA across the aviation industry, which in turn allows us to influence the development of new standards and procedures. Because of the external consultancy aspect of NATS and OA, there are opportunities to work abroad, so that's an important thing to note. There's just over 60 of us in OA. Most people have either a maths or stats background, but we also take people with science degrees, computer science degrees and engineering, and there's even a couple of humanities degrees in there as well. Being a state-of-the-art research facility, we have strong links with academic institutions, but not exclusively those on that list. So if you were to join OA, you would be joining an award-winning research facility. These are some of the awards we won over the previous years. The one that stands out here is the OR Society President's Medal, which won in 2011. It's one of the OR Society's most prestigious awards and is awarded for best practical application of OR. Okay, what are our areas of expertise? Statistics and tools development, fuel burn and environmental analysis, which I'll get onto in the case study later, safety performance assessments, very important, network modelling, if you've done any decision analysis, that would be a useful skill for that, cost-benefit analysis, capacity assessments. As our airspace becomes busier and busier, which it is, this is becoming increasingly important, and we also do a lot of fast time simulation. So onto the case study. I'm going to talk today about the 10% programme. And in 2008, NATS set a clear environmental target to reduce air traffic-related CO2 by an average of 10% per flight by 2020. We also have an interim target to achieve 4% reduction by the end of this year. Now, just so you know some figures, that equates to 10% equates to 2.63 million tonnes of CO2, and 4% 1.05 million tonnes. So that's a lot of savings that we're having to make. Now you may ask how we go about doing this, and one of the methods is by increasing the amount of continuous descent operations in UK airspace. So I'm going to play you a quick video now that explains this in more detail. Oh.
We as an industry have been challenged by the government, our regulators and the public to make aviation more sustainable. Reducing our impact on the environment is quite simply the right thing to do. For the sake of the planet, to reduce operating costs and help secure sustainable growth for the future of our industry. Sustainable aviation is a unique alliance of the UK's airlines, airports, aerospace manufacturers and air navigation service provider. Together, we drive a long-term strategy to deliver cleaner, quieter, smarter aviation. In the last few years, sustainable aviation has developed CO2 and noise roadmaps that show how future growth in UK aviation to 2050 can be decoupled from any significant increase in CO2 emissions and noise. New aircraft and engine technologies, sustainable fuels, improved airspace and air traffic management, better land use planning, and the application of best operational practice all play important roles in achieving our roadmap scenarios. This year, sustainable aviation is focusing on the improvement of best operational practice. As a result, we are leading a campaign to deliver more continuous descents. Continuous descents offer triple benefits: reduced noise, reduced CO2 emissions, and reduced fuel costs. In addition, they are relatively simple to achieve and can provide tangible benefits in the short term. Increasing continuous descents by just 5% will deliver over 30,000 quieter arrivals and save over 10,000 tonnes of CO2 emissions, as well as saving almost £2 million in fuel costs. Achieving this goal will require close collaboration and joint effort between pilots, air traffic controllers and airport operators. Continuous descents are of course not new. They have been delivered successfully for decades at airports across the UK. The major London airports in particular have shown remarkable success, increasing continuous descent achievement from around 70% in 2000 to around 90% now. It's this kind of success that we need to strive to attain nationwide. A continuous descent from 6,000 feet can reduce noise by between 1 to 5 decibels. It can also save up to 250 kilograms of fuel. A continuous descent from 20,000 feet offers even bigger savings, up to a tonne of fuel worth over £600 and saving up to 3 tonnes of CO2 emissions. Whether you are a pilot, an air traffic controller, or work in any other role where you can incentivise or enable continuous descents, we are asking you to keep them in mind and do all that you can to achieve them whenever possible. Achieving a continuous descent requires a little extra thought and input from everyone involved. Considerations for weather, wind, track miles and speed must be made. However, the outcomes of this extra work are tangible and substantial. It is worth the effort. You can find out more in the Sustainable Aviation Continuous Descent booklet. By working together and delivering more continuous descents, we'll be sending a message to the wider aviation community across the rest of the world. The UK aviation industry is committed and effective at responding to the environmental challenges we face. Together, we in the UK are setting global standards for operational best practice to manage noise and emissions. And together, we will make aviation sustainable.
Okay, so moving on to your potential career at NATS. We have a sandwich year placement scheme for people in their third year. We take on 4 students a year. That is still open for next year's intake, if any of you are interested. It's a very successful scheme in that a lot of the people that work in OA were previously students. So we don't actually have a grad scheme, but the way to get in is to be a student first and quite often be re-employed. If you're at the point where you can't take a sandwich year, that's fine. You can also register with your CV on our website, and if a relevant position comes open, we can contact you. If you'd like to find out any more, we've actually got an open day on the 10th of December down in Whiteley, which is in Hampshire. Or alternatively, you can come talk to myself or my colleague Dan on our stand today, and we'll try and answer any of the questions. But are there any questions now?
questions? I've got one. What exactly is fast time simulation?
What it says on the tin, basically it's
Or is that a simulation that runs in fast time, or is,
yeah.
or is it responding in fast time? Sorry. so it's just an efficient simulation?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. We use airtop. I don't know if you've heard of that. Simulation software, yeah.
Great. Okay, let's thank you.
So,